Hey guys, I'm back again, and this time I'm gonna be explaining the details on Alice's suit. I thought since some people did details on Darth Vader's suit, I'm gonna be doing details on this. I'm also gonna be comparing a Darth Vader suit since I took some inspiration from that. So let's get started. This picture here I drew of Alice's suit in the details. Let's start off with the main body. So some parts of the suit are made of Beskar, which is Mandalorian iron, which mainly is strong enough to but explosions, force lightning, and also lightsabers. But it can be dented with enough firepower, mainly like in where they were escaping from the clones in the Order 66 comic, and it got a bit dented from the blast from the blasters, just like Darth Vader's suit. So this mainly having explained how he can surprisingly use the Force. The droids had to mainly cut off bits of flesh which has midichlorians and then mainly replaced in his like hands and leg tissue, so he could still use the Force, even a bit of vein tissue as well. So that's how he can still use the Force, but it's not that strong since he's still covered in metal. So here, it mainly has the anatomy of Darth Vader as well. He also had some of his tissue sustained, so his midichlorians can still be sustained, so he can still use the Force. Though he can't use Force lightning since not only his hands, but it can also short out his life support system as well. So that's mainly another reason why he can't really use it. Same thing with Alice. So for this one, this mainly explains how, the brain was mainly inside the helmet area, and the antennas are connected to the brain, which connects to the control system, which allows Alice to control the droid. And the antennas are made for sound detection waves. And for the eyes, they mainly enhance his vision since he was slashed near the eye areas, which mainly slashes corneas as well. They also serve as some flashlights and night vision goggles as well, and also gives him thermal vision and x-ray vision as well. Just like Vader when his eyes were also damaged by the fires of Mustafar, the vision inside the goggles there enhanced his eyesight as well. So now for this part, the buttons are mainly different ones, like the rest of her compartments in small pouches, it's like high stuff in. But there's two important things for him. One is attached to the stomach so he can eat food, and the other is attached to the small intestine, which has a tube where all the waste go. The one for the stomach is for basic eating, so he can mainly empty it and eat food in there since he doesn't have a mouth inside of his droid body. But he mainly eats liquids. He can eat other things based to break him down so it can slip in there without having to hurt him. But at first, he mainly had to eat Repamed Vitapaste, since his stomach was also slashed by Slate as well. And the other end, for mainly a small pouch that holds all the liquids and solids he passes, and he mainly empties it out and replaces it with a new pouch every time. Exactly like that for Vader, but he mainly he can eat with his mouth, but it's kind of difficult since he was burned, so he mainly has liquids. See that thing here? That's mainly, it mainly has, a pouch with liquids in it, and it mainly goes into side of his tube so we can mainly feed him in case, to help him feed. Same thing with drinking. But for going, there's mainly, has, recyclers, collection pouches, as well. The collection pouches mainly have the wastes, and then they're mainly removed and then replaced with a new one, like Alice. But with recyclers is a way different story. It mainly takes the waste that he broke down, and not only does that, but mainly makes him into nutrients he can mainly eat again, mainly just restoring it, which is kind of gross that he's just doing that. But basically that's how he can mainly eat and drink without having to actually eat or drink.